unless you do.
We try so hard in our lives to fit in. We try to fit into certain groups, certain frats, certain sororities, you know, among certain friends, yet the people we idolize are the ones that stand out. But when you're prepared, there is no fear. There is no fear of failure, because even if you've walked out of something and you feel like you failed at it, your preparation is so strong that you're gonna take that failure and turn it into the outcome you desire. And most people stop at failure, okay? We've all failed at things. I'm gonna continue to fail at stuff, right? It's the most powerful tool you can use, but it all depends on how you use it.
What would your future be like if you decided to want that which you desire so strongly that it prepares you past your fears, that you experience the fear, as the one book says, feel the fear and do it anyway?
Life is 10% what happens to you, is 90% what you do about it. No matter who you are, no matter where you are in life, you can take the lid off of your job. And if you're wondering if you still have the lid on in your life, here are some clues that's gonna let you know that the lid is still on. If you're not excited about waking up in the morning, if you're sitting around bored out of your mind, if you got time to do everything anybody asks you to do, you probably got the lid on. If when you tell your dreams to all your friends, it makes sense to them, you got your lid on, man. Your dreams should not make sense to everybody. You gotta say something that make people go, how you gonna do that? That's when you got the lid off. And if I were you, I'd do that. I'd take the lid off. Makes sense to me, don't it?
They're always gonna get ready to get set to get going. What we've gotta do is, boom, just like that, move into action.
Every time you remember your dream, you're removing some dirt. You're digging it back out. The true mark of a champion is, even though some dirt gets thrown on your dream, instead of letting it get buried, you keep shaking it off. You keep moving forward. You keep looking for a new opportunity. You wouldn't be having that opposition if you didn't have something great in you.
Well, he does that quickly to 18. Play this to the right. Now watch this turn. Indicator left, down the slope. What a shot. What a shot. Is it? Oh, would you believe that? Rory McIlroy. What a round of golf. It's one outside the Augusta course record. It's a round of 64 and 7 under has been posted.
I've been saying it now for this whole back nine. He hasn't made a putt all day. Can't think of a better time to get your first one. And Adam Scott has birdied the 72nd hole to get to 9 under. Look at that. Oh!
This is Shane Lowry. It's an 8 on at 60.
This is a famous pin position. We saw Jack Nicklaus nearly have a hole-in-one. Is Shane gonna do it? Shane, yay!
I've never seen you that excited again. Never.
We heard a massive roar earlier. We've already seen one hole-in-one here today. Is the American Ryder Cup captain going to do the same?
He just might. Wow, would you believe it?
Now Louis, who got beaten in the playoff a couple of years ago. Coming down from there, as we've seen earlier. Is it going to be number 3? Oh, it might have been. Oh, hang on a minute, what's going on? That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I've never in my life seen anything like that.
From about 140 feet.
Rory now, I think he's going to take a little lower route than Stenson did, looking at the way he's setting it up off the back foot. Landed in the fringe. Oh, hello, Rory.
Massive change at the top of the leaderboard.
A very difficult uphill putt that breaks to the left. It looks good. He's holding. With that great birdie, too, Nicklaus again is tied for the lead with Weiskopf.
Clean contact. And an unbelievable shot by Mickelson. Absolutely incredible.
The greatest shot of his life.
A 25-footer for the title.
This was earlier today. Just have his iron. Oh! Full tilt on the fly.
No player since Arnold Palmer in 1960 went to the 18th hole needing a birdie to win and made it. And there have been only 3 birdies all day long here at the 18th. And the ball backs up. Rolling, rolling, ever closer. Closer to a birdie and a victory, perhaps, for Sandy Lyle.
So similar to Schwartzel. This keeps coming. It could be extremely good. Surely not. Surely not. Shades of Sanderson. Oh, he's only gone and done it.
He's got to move it a lot. Maybe he can go through just to the left of his head. There's a bit of a gap and he can go through there.
Well be a wedge from just over 150. Has he turned it enough? He surely has. Look at the spin on it. And it's a massive break after a wild tee shot. But what a sensational recovery. Tournament winning shot, surely.
And this is extremely difficult. This is one of the toughest pitches on the entire place here.
Seen anything like that?
This guy's pretty good.
yourself one question. Am I a doer or a dabbler? Marketers are doers. They want to sell online and make a profit doing it. Marketers say they make it hard at times, but it's possible. Dabblers say it may be possible, but it's too hard. Marketers have proven plans and frameworks. Dabblers have excuses. Marketers see possibilities. Dabblers see problems. Marketers make it happen. Dabblers let it happen. Marketers sell on Launchcard. Dabblers exist on other platforms. Which are you, a marketer or a dabbler? I am a marketer.
Right. Hey, welcome everybody. Hey, I don't know if you guys enjoyed that Masters compilation, but it is Masters weekend, and for all of us golf fanatics out here, and I don't know if you can tell, but that's a golf pitcher, that's a golf pitcher, that's a golf pitcher, and that's a golf cabinet or whatever. I used to really love golf. I'm not golfing as much as I want to or used to, but I do love golf, and I do love the Masters. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you got here early and we were kind of watching the Masters take place, are you a marketer or are you a dabbler? Let me hear it in the chat that you can hear me okay. I'm flying solo again today, but I'm glad to have you with me. I know that is the most amazing time your time is the most amazing, valuable thing you have in your life. And I'm glad you're sharing it with me. Okay, I see Cheryl says, yeah, sign on Spring. Here we go. And she is a marketer, right? No dabblers around here. Okay, so as usual, we're going to get started, dive right into it. I do not like to dilly-dally. So this is Launchpad AI Ads and More Thursday. Every Thursday, 11 a.m., I'm going to do my best to be here, and we're going to go over AI advertising, leveraging AI to create ads, make ads, run ads, optimize ads, split test ads, and make you more money. So you are in the right place if that's what you want to do. But we always start with our mindset minute. Sometimes I refer to it as writer's wisdom. And these are things that I've been learned over decades and decades. I became a personal development junkie in 1981. I first got introduced to Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, Dennis Waitley, Think and Go Rich, Brian Tracy, and I've been consuming personal development content my entire life. I made a commitment way back then, 20 minutes a day, and I can't say I've actually done 20 minutes a day since I was 21 years old, but I can say almost 20 minutes, almost every day for, golly, I'm 44 years old. So for over 40 years, it's pretty strong. Okay, because here's the goal. Here's the thought process. If we can't get it together here, we can't get it together. We can't achieve. It's like we have to get that done. So I'm always just trying to push and nudge and remind all of us of things that we want to do and we want to do better, right? So here's today's Mindset Minute. Done better is better than perfection. And I came up with this thing. I saw this online. I loved it. Perfection is procrastination in a tuxedo. Now, I have some perfection people in my life, and I am not. Okay. I bug the hell out of them, and they bug the hell out of me. I am a ready, fire, aim. Right? Ready, fire, aim. That's who I am. And so I really believe in that philosophy of I'm just going to ready, fire, I'm going to go, and then I'm going to, look, I'm going to get stuff done. I'm a doer. If I make mistakes, I make mistakes. I move on. And so I want you guys to consider where you're at in this world of perfection and understand that getting something done is better than perfection, and moving into momentum is the key. And small wins and small things done consistently over long periods of time guarantee success. Not maybe you'll get success, they guarantee success. So get out of the perfection mode. It does not exist. There is no such thing as perfection, only in your head, only in your brain, only in your mind, only between these two things we call our ears. And once you can overcome and figure out that, hey, good is better than perfection and better is better than perfection. And the perfection doesn't exist, and you can get things done. Boom, momentum starts to happen and we move on with our lives. Okay. So I think I love Cheryl says, I started with personal development back in 2013 and never looked back. Right on. Okay. So I got a quick poll that there's a new feature with StreamYard, which is awesome. So let me see if I can throw this poll up, and we don't have a lot of people online, but I'm going to show this poll. Go ahead and see if you can take that poll. I don't know how you take it. I don't even know how it works. I need to like log on to I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure if you see it or use it on, I don't know how you take it. Any feedback on how you take it? Can you vote? I'm assuming if you're on StreamYard, you could vote. But if you're watching this on YouTube, or you're watching this on Facebook, or you're watching this on LinkedIn, or you're watching this on Instagram, or you're watching this on X, you can't. And by the way, I am streaming to all those places right now. And so it is what it is. Let me see some comments. See. Nope, not here. Hi, Kim. Hi, Robbie. I don't know how you take the poll. Maybe I have to put it in the comment. I don't know. When I logged on today, it's like, hey, we have a new feature. We got polls. So I'm like, oh, let me try it out. I want polls. I can change I can move where it goes. I have no idea how you take it. Resume. Okay, now maybe I had to hit resume, I think. There was a show poll and a resume poll. I don't know if that changed anything. Anyway, I'm just asking you a quick question. You can just comment. Are you currently running ads? Yes. No. You plan on running them any day now, and hopefully soon. Okay, so I see hopefully soon vote came in. Okay, so somebody was able to vote. Okay. What's going on, Jay? And Deidre, you are amazing. I need to give Deidre an award. She is on top of her game. She's here like clockwork. She's always showing up. Thank you, Deidre. Okay, well, we'll go back to polls. Okay, so again, I'm gonna pull up a PowerPoint, a slide deck real quick. Hold on, and then I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna lay a little bit of a foundation again to remind us why we run ads, why we're doing this, and what this is all about. And present, share screen, entire screen, window. This one. I'll turn on that just in case. Here's why. Because we want what's possible. Look at the screenshot, and I'll go full screen with it. And I don't know how to. I wonder if I can do it with my little tool that I got. No, it's not letting me do it. If I go full screen, it messes things up. Anyway, spent $1.5 million, got 121 million impressions, got 2.5 million clicks. Okay, you think you can make some money with 2.5 million clicks? Here's one of my PayPal accounts, $9.1 million, 208,000 orders, $44 average order value. Here's one of my Shopify stores, 3.3 million, 2 million online sessions, 98,000 orders. Here's another Shopify store. I was running like 22 Shopify stores at a time at one point. 2.1 million, 1.13 million online sessions. Here's my bookkeeping, right? I spent 7.4 million on ads, and I had a net profit of 1.7 million, right? So that's why we do this. You say, okay, well, those are kind of old numbers. Here's 2020. Here's last year. Like, look at this: $270,000 in a day, 3,313 orders, 105,000 sessions in one day. This is what's possible, right? Advertising can change your life. That's why I do this trainings. I want you to understand that this is what we're doing, and we want to be obsessed with what I call the pocket offer. The pocket offer playbook. And you guys can go to the pocket offer playbook. And it's literally how every single 2 Comma Club Award winner, how everybody who's done millions of dollars, everybody who's made any significant money, they have figured out how to run ads, and they have figured out how to self-liquidate their ads with pocket offers, right? a small price to offer. It could be $7, $27, $47, $97, and a combination of what I call the pocket offer stack in order to help you pay for your ads. And once you get to a point where your ad spend is being covered with pocket offers, then we can scale to the moon and you can do these days where you have $200,000 days. I couldn't have done that without being able to recoup my ad spend immediately. Okay. So I'm going to stop the poll and hide it. And we're going to go back over here to comments so I see that. Okay. So now what I want to do today is I want to show you guys who are new or beginning, and again, if you have questions, I'm looking at the question box. You guys tell me, and I'll answer your questions, because this time is dedicated to help you get what you want, so I can get what I want. Because Zig Ziglar taught me, help enough people get what they want, and you'll get what you want. Okay, so that's what this is about. But I want to help you. So if you have a funnel you want me to review, plop your link in there. We'll review your funnel. We'll look at it from an advertising standpoint. We'll do a pixel audit, whatever we need to do. But while we're doing that, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go up here, and I am logged in to launch ads in my account, and I'm going to show you. I've got a new client that I'm super excited about, and I'm going to click on brand, and I'm going to go to brand info. I put their URL in here, and I hit go, and when I hit go, about 30 seconds later, it pulls up their name, European Kitchen Cabinets. It pulls what it thinks is the logo. Right? It pulls some branding colors from the website, and here's the website. Okay. So that's their website. And you can see the logo, German Kitchen Center, with the little colors up here. So that's the logo. And then it gives us a description: European Kitchen Cabinets by German Kitchen Center. German Kitchen Center features award-winning innovative European kitchens. Our expert kitchen designers will bring your dream into reality. I'm going to choose which language I want to have my ads written in. You can do ads in multiple languages. Okay, cool, Jay. I'm open to talking about that. And we're doing the United States. Okay. So I do that. Then I just go to brand voice, and here's where I would put in. You guys are constantly hearing me talking about the ideal client profile and what that ideal client profile is. And we do a little bit of work on the ideal client profile. We go the extra mile as a marketer, and we dial in our messaging, and then we can put that in this brand voice here to help. The AI is already going to do a good job, but if we want to do a better job, we're going to give it some insights and some information to talk to our ideal client profile in the words that they're thinking in their brain. So when they see the ads, like, that's what I was thinking, right? So that's what's coming. That's what's happening. So we got the brand voice we put here. Now, if you don't have a brand voice, you can just let it go, and it already writes one for you. Use a friendly, welcoming tone that feels helpful. Kitchen guidance, write in plain, everyday English that avoids technical jargon. Prefer active voice and use direct sentences instead of passive phrasing. Keep the style consistent with local community-focused brand voice. Use second person. You get it, right? Then it comes over here, and it scanned the website, and it pulled in a whole bunch of their products, right? So it pulled in their European kitchen cabinets, their kitchen design consultation, their kitchen remodeling projects, their kitchen remodeling services, kitchen financing, kitchen designers. So it found all that information by scanning this website. And here they are, right? Custom kitchens, contemporary kitchens, and the different products. So it pulled these products in here, right? And then all I got to do is I go, well, we're going to do European kitchen cabinets, create an ad. Now it's going, what platform do we want to run an ad on? And then based on what accounts I have set up, what format we're doing, it's going to show me the available stuff here. So in this particular case, I'm going to choose Meta. I always start my ads on Meta. They're cheaper, they're better, they're doing it. And it's going to load our ad creation page. Okay. Hey, Kim, I see your question or your comment about LinkedIn message. You're better to do Facebook Messenger. I have like 20,000 followers on LinkedIn, and I get spams, and I don't really follow LinkedIn, or email support@launchguard.com, and my assistant will see it and get it to me. Okay, so I'm at the launch ads, generate a campaign page, And the first thing we want to do up here is we start at the top and we move down. So we start at the top, we move down. So I'm going to, what's my goal? Traffic, product catalog, sales, conversions. Maybe I want to do lead forms, phone calls, lead messages. Maybe I just want to boost a post and do message engagement, boost a post, maximum reach. So we got this really cool user interface that's more friendly than Meta. And then we're going to choose what we want to do, right? So I would recommend never to do traffic because Facebook will send you a lot of traffic, but it's crap traffic. They're typically not buyers, right? So I never use traffic. I'm always doing conversions or sales, depending on where I'm at. And a lot of times I'm doing some leads and some lead messenger. And a lot of times I'm boosting posts. Okay. So that's kind of my focus. So I'm just going to go here for the purposes of this. We're going to go conversions. But then if you're going to do conversions, you have to have a pixel. So you can see I have different pixels in my account, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pick this pixel. And then what's my conversion event? I'm going to select my conversion event. Now, the way advertising works is you have a pixel, which is a cookie that gets put on your web page. And when somebody does an action that you want it to do, it reports that action back to the ad platform, Facebook, YouTube, Google, TikTok, Snapchat, all of them, right? And so when you do a conversion event, and I say I'm doing a conversion campaign trying to get leads, I want those leads to be fed back to Facebook, and Facebook goes, hey, I see what I got you 2 leads, I got you 5 leads, I got you 10 leads, and when you start to get to 50 and upwards of 100 leads, Facebook goes, I know exactly who you want, and between our AI and their AI, it gives you the buyers. It just does an amazing job of sending you what you're doing. If you do not have the tracking in place, I would recommend not to spend any significant budget and money on advertising because Facebook will never figure out who you want them to, what kind of person they want to send, you want them to send to you. It's critical. If you don't have pixels, you don't have the setup, do lead form ads, do message ads, especially if you have Launch CRM. Now you can add conversational AI with your Launch CRM, and you can have the conversational AI be a little salesperson that takes over for you and helps close some sales or books a call for you or gets a lead magnet going or whatever you want to do, right? So there are ways to run ads effectively and get leads for your business if you do not have your pixel set up, but do not blow money if you do not have your tracking in place. Now, with that being said, to do it properly is not easy. It's not easy. I'm just telling you. And I actually pay a guy to do it. And if anyone needs help and wants to pay a guy to do it, I got a guy in Bangladesh. He's been doing it for 3 years. He sets up Google Tag Manager. He sets up your pixels, your pixel events. He sets up what's called a STAPE server, S-T-A-P-E server. And then everything gets reported great. It's amazing. But that's for people like me that are spending tens of thousands of dollars a month on ads and working, really doing it right. I want that tracking done right. And I recommend everybody get to a place to where you're doing this, right? But it is another step. And again, just pay I always say, I learned this from a friend of mine, one of my mentors, Barry Spilchik. He says, if it's not your job, he said, if it's not your genius, it's not your job. And Google Tag Manager and pixel setup and APIs and servers, not my expertise, right? I know how to do it. I hate doing it, actually. But it's something you should be doing. You should have set up. So if you need that help, send an email to support@launchcart.com. That's our main support desk, or hit up our chat widget and say, hey, Greg, I need a referral to the guy who sets up the Tag Manager and the pixel event tracking. Because again, once you dial that in and you start spending your $10 a day, your $20 a day, your $30 a day, and you start seeing some stuff working, Facebook starts giving you some buyers, boom, now you start scaling to $50, $100 a day, get more orders, more buyers, and then that's how you can scale to $1,000 a day, $5,000 a day, $10,000 a day, $100,000 a day, right? You cannot do it without the proper tracking. And the reason why it has to be done a little bit more difficult than it was in the past is, if you guys remember, years ago, Apple came out and said, we're going to allow people to opt out of pixel tracking. So every Apple user out there can turn off pixel tracking. So that means anybody that's visiting your website that's from an Apple phone, it's not reporting. So now we have to get that information from our server, pass it over to another server, have that server pass it back into Facebook, and then Facebook goes, oh, I see you got that customer came from us. And there's like a click ID and there's all kinds of stuff. So pretty interesting. Now, with that being said, it's critical you get that done, but you can do it other ways. So let me go back to my screen. So we could, and again, we could optimize our advertisements for leads, for scheduling a booking a call, for starting a trial, for submitting an application, for subscribing to our newsletter, for completing a registration, and depending on if you're doing e-commerce and what you're doing there and what you're doing here. If I do sales, I can do start a trial, add to cart, initiate checkout. So again, one of the things that's really critical for a lot of people is, and to me, maybe it's a lead magnet. Let's say it's on my page right here. Let's say they click that button and they where to go? Oh, click that button and this page pops up. So this would be an initiate checkout. They start the process. They initiate checkout. So that's not and if I got a cold audience, I was telling this to a customer yesterday. If I'm brand new and I got a cold audience, I might optimize my ads for initiate checkout, because I'm going to get a lot more initiate checkouts than I am a purchase, especially depending on the price, which is going to allow Facebook to find me people that are initiating checkout. And technically, if they start the initiating checkout, that's a great lead. That's a hot lead. And I can get 20, 50, 100 of those, start getting orders. And then I can create another campaign that's, hey, I want to purchase Pixel event. I hope this is making sense to everybody. If it doesn't, go ahead and ask your question. Let me know, and I'll make it clear for you. But this is where we're dialing in, what we need to do to be effective in what we're doing. And the nice thing about Launch Ads, it split tests, and it helps the creative. And between AI, or it made us, all the platforms have their own AI now, right? Between their AI, our AI, it really makes it easy. Oh, Jay's asking a great question. So the guy to set up the Stape server and the Pixel events, the entire funnel, it's no more than $300. And depending on where you're at, how much you're doing, how elaborate your funnel is, how many steps in your funnel, how many upsells, downsells. See, again, now we start talking about pocket offers, pocket offer playbooks, and we got an upsell, a downsell, and we want to be able to fire different events on each thing and on different pages. It gets kind of complicated. It could be maybe $300, but $200 to $300 is his typical fee. So not that much. It's totally worth it. And I'll say this about that. It's totally worth it if you have a funnel that's starting to work, right? I'm a cheapskate. I really am. So sometimes I'll just go with the crappy reporting that Facebook gives me, and I can tell just on results. I sent traffic, I got opt-ins, I made some sales, right? I don't necessarily need to have the tracking based on what campaign, what ad, all these different things. I can see I got opt-ins, I made sales. Then I'll take that to the next level, go, okay, I want to scale this funnel because it's working, and then I'll pay to have it done right. But for me, it kind of goes back to, when I was teaching a lot on e-commerce, I'm not going to go build 100 products. It's a lot of work to build products, and the designs, the images, the product descriptions, the titles, the categories, blah, blah, blah. And then 90% of those products don't sell. It's a waste of time. So it's always about sequence. It's always about putting things in perspective. And how do we test? And then we test, and then we invest. Test to invest. Write that down. Test to invest. Clip that. Test to invest. Make it work. Yeah, and it's not a bad price. And by the way, if you went to Fiverr.com, there's a bunch of people that do this. I happen to have found this guy from some other people that set up GHL, go high level type stuff, and he's done it for 3 years and highly recommended. Does great work. So okay, so back to my screen share. So just for it doesn't matter what I choose here for what I'm showing you, but again, I would probably do a purchase here, or I would actually, yeah, we're doing a lead. We're going to go back over here to conversions, and we're going to do lead. If I'm doing it, and I'm teaching you exactly right, if I'm doing it for the German Kitchen Center, it's a lead and it's a book a call, because no one's going to buy a $50,000 kitchen cabinet online, right? It's all about booking a call, getting an estimate, okay? So that would be a lead, or that would be a schedule. Actually, that would even be a schedule. So if I go down here to schedule, they schedule a call. Boom. Okay. Now I've chosen my goal, my conversion. Now I click on this down arrow key, and it's like, okay, what are we selling? And here's what we're selling. And we're selling, you know, book your call to get an estimate. So I'm putting in this first paragraph box, what is my ad topic? What is it I want to accomplish? What am I advertising? See what, describe what I'm advertising, right? So that's what we're doing, right? And audience focus is applied. I can improve it with AI. I just click AI and it's going to give me suggestions. And award-winning European style, custom designed by experts. Let's do custom designed by experts and free estimate call. And the audience focus is going to be, I could do a particular city or whatever. I'll do Carlsbad, California, gender all, update prompt. So now it's going to, AI is going to rewrite and give me run Facebook Instagram ads for European kitchen cabinets in Carlsbad, California. Target homeowners and remodelers. Emphasize custom design by expert German kitchen center. This is, look. This technology is smarter than I am. It's smarter than most people. I'm not going to degrade anybody for saying it's smarter than you, but it probably is. So the idea that you let AI help coach you and use these tools and play with it, you can't make any mistakes until you hit launch, right? So this is cool. So it just did something way better than what I had. Okay. Now I can even save this product, which I'm not going to save this product because it's in my account. Now it's asking me for some images, but I don't have any images. Oh, hold on. Let me go upload. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click website and I'm going to hit search the website. And it's now going to scan the website. And again, while it's doing that real quick, it's like our technology scans your website, pulls images from your e-commerce website, whatever website you have, pulls the images that we can now use in our ads. The number one thing that I always got hung up on running ads was the creative process. Where am I going to get my photos? Where am I going to get my ads? Where am I going to get my videos? This technology and platform does it all, everything for you, okay? So let's go back here and look at it. It pulled all these images from the website, okay? So now I'm going to say I want to use this image. I click on it and it goes, okay, let's make sure it's the right size for Facebook's format. So I'm going to scroll and I'm going to put it in the right, I'll put it right there and I'll hit save. Okay, now I've got one image for my ads. Okay, here's a 9x16 one. And we're doing one by one because of the format. So I'm going to go right there and we'll hit save changes and we'll pick another image. And again, it's a square image. It gives me the right size for this format. And depending on what ad platform or what I'm doing, it's going to force me to create images the right size for the ad formats that I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and click 5 of these and I'm going to get 5 ads. Okay, so now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it says down here I can only choose 5. So then I close this out, and now I've got what my ad is going to be. I've got what my raw assets are going to be, and then I have the choice of generating creatives, generating an audience, and generate ad copy. I'm going to do all 3 for the purposes of this demo. I'm going to hit go. Sometimes I don't need to do it. Now it says, wait a sec. We're going to help create some smart creative for you. Do you want image ads or video ads? Right? So I'm going to go image ads and I'm going to go, I want the square 1x1s. And then it gives me some formats and you have to like visualize what your images and what your brand's going to look like with these formats. So I'm going to go ahead and click this one that's a text. I'm going to click this one that's a lifestyle. And I'm going to click one more. We'll do one more like this one right here. Okay. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to click on video. I'm going to go, okay, now I want to create some videos. So I'm going to click that one and I'm going to click that one. So now I've chosen 5 because I can only do 5 and I hit continue. So it's going to use those templates to create ads. You can see in the bottom right here, it's reading the website in detail. It's going to really research and do everything it can to understand our business based on what it comes up from the internet and our website. Then it's going to start coming up with creative hooks for headlines, for body copy, for text. It's going to work in selecting the templates and it's going to finalize the creative. So agree. Yeah, that's good. So Jay's like a test to invest. So it's creating those images and it's creating those things on fly. And I'll go back to here. So you can see that it's doing it. Now we got to wait a few seconds. You can't expect AI to just whip it out in like under what, 5 minutes? Let's give it 5 minutes. You think we should give it? Well, wait a sec. Hold on. It's almost done. I just love technology. I love these tools. It's 90%. I see the ads are popping up. And see, now it's getting confused because I've created so many ads in my account. I hate it when it does this. I'll show you. So see, it created some images from my library. It shouldn't have done that. That's a little bug. But you will not experience this because you don't have, I'm doing demos in here and I've run hundreds of accounts here with different brands and it's doing that. I should not do that. Oh, I see why it did it right here. See, somehow this got pulled in. I don't know how these got in here. Let's try that again. Good old live demos, huh? So let me go here. Boom. Invalid dimensions. Try that one more time. It should not have done that. Save changes. Save changes. This is like a relatively new bug too, because I've never seen it. I've only done this a few times. So I go back there. I hit generate. I'll pick this one, and let me do this one. And then I'll go to video. And I'll pick this one and this one. Hit continue. Let's give it another shot. All right. Does anyone have any questions, comments? Do you have a website you want me to review? Pop it in the URL. What are you running ads to? What do you want to run ads to? And we can kind of take a look at that. Because again, here's the components of a successful campaign. It's obviously your ad creative is the most important, and lots of creative. Facebook likes lots of creative, different sizes, videos, images, and then obviously the copy, and then that attracts your ideal client avatar to your website. Then of course your website has to be designed to convert, right? And then again, you have different strategies for different brands, different things, right? Because maybe I want to drive traffic to my e-commerce store, and then I want to start doing all kinds of retargeting and things of that nature. And I have that audience, and I start retargeting. I kind of drill it down. All right, we're not having any luck here today. So here's all the ads that it created. I don't know what's going on here. I gotta get a hold of the guys. So it created 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 ads that fast. And it got the copy right, just not the images. So what I can do is I can go into here. I think I can. And I go to website. Yeah, let me do this. I'm going to swap out the images. So if this were to happen to anybody else here, I can swap out the images and I can do some 9x16s now. That's a little bug going on. And now I can select up to 10. And because I can select up to 10, I'm going to select 10 because the more creatives I give it, especially in a business like this, right? It's gonna crush it. So now it takes all those images I created, and now look what it did. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. It created 40 ads. 40 ads. And the AI will split test these, and it'll rearrange the budget to the images and ads that are going better. Now, here's a little formula for you, for instance, too. A lot of times, I don't want to give it 40 ads unless I have a good budget, meaning a good rule of thumb, write this down, is 4 images for $10 budget. So if I'm doing a $10 a day budget, give it 4 images. But if I do a $10 a day budget with 40 images, or in this case, 10 images, I mean, now it's got a lot of things to split test, and there's not enough budget to allocate to the ads to give you any meaningful statistical analysis to figure out what image is working. Does that make sense? So if I'm doing a $100 a day budget, I can do 10 ads. That's fine, right? or 10 images, easy. But keep that in mind, okay? So going back to my screen, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so now let's read the copy. And European kitchen cabinets by German Kitchen Center. Ready to look fresh, ready to refresh your kitchen with modern European look? Our expert kitchen designers help you plan a layout that fits your lifestyle, then create stunning results with award-winning European kitchens. Bring your ideas, get clear guidance, enjoy a kitchen you will love every day. Book a design consultation today. Great, right? Upgrade the heart of your home with the European kitchen cabinets. You want kitchen that works beautifully and looks great. You get both with our expert designers in German Kitchen Center. So again, I might put a space there. I might put a space there. I like to space out my copy. But now what it did is gave me 4 different copies that's going to split test. And then if you go, well, you know what? Let me try my AI. I click AI and go, do I want shorter, longer, or I want to change the tone? I want shorter. And I hit generate. Now it's going to take this particular top one and give me just a shorter one. And then I can read them, and I can read each one of them, and then I can hit accept. So let's say I'm going to do this one. I hit accept. So now it's giving me a shorter version, right? And I might test shorter against longer. And then I might come in here and go, okay, let's do longer. So I'm going to go longer. And I'm going to hit generate. And now it's going to generate longer. And we want to do this. We want to test longer and shorter, right? And they gave me 2 different copies. So I'll accept that. Now I got something a little bit longer, right? Okay, so now you have the 4 of those. Now we have the headlines. See, the headlines are in this box right here. Right? European kitchen cabinets. Design your dream kitchen with expert help from our German Kitchen Center. Upgrade your kitchen with our European kitchen cabinets. Award-winning European kitchen cabinets. So again, I don't know their brand well enough because they're brand new client to me. But as we know their brand, maybe this is not right. Maybe we don't want to say this. And we can change this up and change it in the brand voice, and it's going to write all this stuff better. But I'm going to tell you something. In order for a copywriter or somebody to write this much copy and write these many headlines, you can't do it this fast. It's like 40 times faster, okay? Then we come down to the call to action, and we go, okay, we want, let's see here, we want get a quote. There you go, get a quote. So now the button's going to change to get a quote, okay? Then we come down to targeting. Now what it did is it said it recommended home improvement, household income, top 10% of zip codes, home and garden, home insurance, home repair, home renovations, household income. Now, I got to tell you, I've run a lot of ads in my day, and I don't know that I'm smart enough to where I would have picked and thought of home repair, right? But if somebody's repairing their home, they might be in there, like maybe their hurricane came through and they need to renovate their kitchen. So these are keywords. This is the technology helping guide you on how to pick the right audience. Is that now? And this is okay. Let's pick the age. It picked the age 35 to 65, gender all, and it picked New Jersey, which I don't know that I want to do New Jersey. I want to do Carlsbad. I don't know why I picked New Jersey. I'm going to do Carlsbad, right? And then when I pick an area like that, I can choose the mile radius within that city. So 25 miles, 50 miles, 17 miles, 50 miles, right? So how far is somebody going to drive or be to our business to be where we're going to be installing this kitchen radius? Would we drive 30 miles? Probably. Would we drive 40 miles? I think that would be the extent. Maybe we would go 50 miles. I mean, for a $50,000 kitchen, probably would, right? So I change it to 50 miles. So now we're doing a 50-mile radius around Carlsbad, California. Okay. And it basically now at the bottom here, it tells me this audience is 2.8 million to 3.2 million. So I'll hit save. Okay. So now I've got the headlines. I've got the primary text. I've got the targeting. And now I got the website URL. And then it says, okay, what's your budget? $5 a day, $10 a day. And you guys might notice that here it says CAD, Canadian. I have an ad account I created years and years and years I got to be careful. I created a Canadian ad account because I had a guy working for me from Canada. I had him create the account in Canada, and we've noticed that we get everything cheaper because of the exchange rate from USD to Canadian dollars. We're running ads from Canada. Little hack there. That's all I got to say. Okay. So I give it my budget, and then down here I can say optimize for me. And then we have what's called the Creative Bank. And the Creative Bank is we can add up to 50 more images, add up to 50 more videos, add up to 50 more ad copy. And then as we start to get ad fatigue, the AI will automatically create and write new ads based on what's working, what's not working. I can save this as a template. I can save the prompt, and I can update a product group. I can name my campaign the way I want it, and I can add my UTM parameters for those of you who are using Google Ads and Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics. You can add your own tag manager, and then you really take your targeting to a whole other thing. So, and then all I do is hit launch campaign. It says launch campaign, and boom, we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit save draft right now for now. So I'm going to save that draft, right? Now, what I want to do is I go, okay, I'm serious about making money. I'm serious about this platform. I'm serious about doing this right. Now I want to run ads on Google, right? So I come up here. Oh, hold on, I've quit sharing. Let me go back. I come back up here to my advertise button. Now I hit Google, and I'm going to do conversions. I'm going to do Google search, and we're going to create a campaign, and it's going to create. There it is, done. Google campaigns all created, right? Here's my creative, right? Here's my targeting and my keywords. I need to edit the location. I got my website. I can add a lead form with my phone number. I can show on Google Maps, and I can give it my budget, and I can hit go. Okay, well, now we just launched Facebook and Instagram. Now we've launched Google. Well, let's see. Let's see if we want to do, let's do LinkedIn. We do LinkedIn. Again, you get the point, right? I hit LinkedIn, it loads it up, and now I'm running ads for LinkedIn. So this is a multi-platform. You connect your platforms to this. So you set it all up on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Snapchat, on Bing, on Google. Put your credit card on file with them. This has nothing to do with charging for your ads. It's those ad accounts. You connect those ad accounts, and this manages your ad account. Now, where the magic sauce gets in, when you really get going, is now we have what we call an optimization folder. Only platform I know about in the world that has an optimization folder. I drag my Facebook account ads in there, my Google account ads in there, my LinkedIn ad accounts in there, and then every 3 days it will analyze the data on those 3 ad platforms based on the KPIs that I give it. Ask me for some KPIs, and then we'll reallocate budgets from LinkedIn to Facebook, Facebook to YouTube, YouTube to Google. It'll reallocate budgets automatically with AI. It is like having a full-blown marketing team on your platform. Okay, last thing, and then I'll see if you have any questions. We'll call it a day. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm on the Advertise tab, and I want to scroll down. It's not letting me scroll. Why is my mouse not working? Oh. And there's something going on with this platform today. Let me hit refresh. My mouse is not letting me scroll. Technology, right, people? How many people have technology problems, right? There we go. Okay, so now here's all my results from all my different campaigns and what my budget was and different things like that. Let me go to, let's go like this one right here. Now here's the really super cool thing, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for it. That goes good. Yeah, that's good. I didn't realize I hadn't maximized my size. Here's what's cool about this. If you go into, and I'm going to go here real quick. Let me see. I got 1 click away from, or 2 clicks away from different things. Let's go in here. Here's how Ads Manager looks. And while I'm here, I'm going to look at some other ads. And if you know how to use Ads Manager and configure all the different things, it kind of looks like this. And you kind of sort things, look at things. Ours shows you I spent $32. I got 19 clicks. My cost per click was $1.74. I hover over this. I go, the industry average is $1.80. So this is showing me I'm 3.3% below industry average. My click-through rate, industry average is 1.75%. I'm at 7.4%, which is a 327% above industry average. That's great. And I reached 221 people. For some reason, I turned this ad off. Then I come down here to the bottom, or I come up here to optimization and insights, and it starts to tell me which ad's the best. Now this ad's not running, so there's no optimization running. And I can look at my primary text. I can see what's getting the most clicks. I can look at my headline, see what's getting most clicks. I can look at my images, and I can see, okay, if I sort by clicks, let's say, I can hover over and see which image is getting the most clicks. I can look at my videos and go, okay, what's my click-through rate? Look at this video I had. This is awesome. 28.5% click-through rate, 68 cents a click. And the reason I turned these off, I just remembered, my ads are crushing it, but my landing page was not converting. So I have to go back and fix my landing page. But what I did is I made an AI video of a leaky bucket on a person's desk. And I made it all with AI. It's awesome. And water was flowing out of the bucket, and little dollar bills were overflowing out of the bucket. And I would talk about a scroll stopper. I wonder if I can show it to you. Let me see if I can show it. If I go edit, and I go to here, edit creative, view. Tell me if you guys can hear this or see. You can hear it. Pretty cool, huh? That was a good one. I'll see another good one while I'm here. I don't like that one. That one. It performed well. I just don't like it. That one's not. That's the one I just showed you. Okay, so I created these with VO3. I first created a prompt that said, I want a gentleman with gray hair, black glasses, beard, mustache. I want him in a gray sweater. I want him with a white collar shirt. I want him with a lanyard around his neck. I want him at a podium, and I want him holding the microphone as if he's speaking to an audience. And I want a flip book in the background that says Launch AI, answering machine, never miss another call, captures every lead 24/7, books appointments instantly, and pays for itself with one job. Okay? So I created the image first. Then I went to VO3, or not VO3, yeah, VO3, whatever Gemini's video creation program is. And I said, I create a little 8-second script, and I said, have him say the script, which tell me if you guys can hear the sound. I think I shared the sound.
One missed phone call can cost an HVAC company $10,000. Most contractors do not realize how often this actually happens.
Did you guys hear that? Leaky Bucket's a great video for sure.
One missed phone call can cost an HVAC company $10,000. Most contractors do not realize how often this actually happens.
That's another video that was just crushing it, doing really, really good. And so the guy is like, we have no excuses on creative anymore. We have no excuses on like monitoring ads and knowing what to look for. Just let the AI do it and keep an eye on your KPIs, your cost per clicks, your leads, your customers, your sales, and see what's going on. So it's really that simple. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's training and just walkthrough of Launch Ads, kind of a reminder maybe for some of you, maybe new for some of you. Is there any questions that I can answer about ads, about ad budget, about anything, what time of day we should launch ads? Anything. Let me know how I can help you so you can help me. And it's good for you, it's good for me, it's good for the world. I just love that saying. I learned that from and if you guys have not taken the opportunity to get the Pocket Offer Playbook, I am going to give you the link to get the Pocket Offer Playbook. And the Pocket Offer Playbook is on sale for $7. I'm going to bump it up to $27 by the end of today. And I'm going to start running ads to this page soon. And I'm working on the Pocket Offer Stack as my upsell. So the Pocket Offer Playbook is one of my pocket offers. And then my upsell is going to be the pocket offer stack. And my methodology is if you're interested in the pocket offer, you must be interested in running ads. So this is my pocket offer, my entry point to run ads, to self-liquidate my ad spend, to promote launch ads. You guys get it? Okay, Jay says, I'm going to text you next week. I'd like to run a few things by you. Great session today, great energy. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it. I am here for you guys, and we're going to have a much better, the things are going to get better. We're going to weather this AI world that we live in together, and it's going to be amazing. Okay, here's a good question. Cheryl's asking, is it better to start with Facebook, Meta, and then go to Google and YouTube? YouTube is a much harder platform to crack. Meta is by far the cheapest. So typically what we do is we launch our campaigns and dial in messaging and conversions and traffic on Meta and Instagram, because there's just so much business there. And then from there, depending on your brand, what your business is, we would maybe go to YouTube. I love YouTube and YouTube videos, and it's just a little bit harder to crack, and the targeting's a little bit higher, but with our platform, it's easier. And I do love it because you can also put your video ads in front of your competitors. So like say somebody's looking for Shopify training, I can put launch cart videos in front of them. And the other thing that I'm getting ready to do is I'm starting to do TV ads soon, Vibe TV. And I'm also doing some X ads as well. We don't have X in the platform yet, but I would always start with Facebook and Meta. And then I would, and again, depending on, I'll give you another example. I got another client that was running ads, would launch ads for a person search where you can like, you're doing business with somebody, right? And you want to do a background search. You want to find out about them. You want to find if they have liens. You want to find if they're crooked. You want to find if they have lawsuits, all that stuff, like a people search. There's a guy that I know, he does Google ads, intent-based, right? Somebody's searching for, these keywords to do that background check, and he's crushing it, making like $100,000 a month. He said, I want to try Facebook, and so we're using launch ads to do Facebook. We're driving 1,000 clicks and got 2 orders. Now again, because Facebook is not intent-based unless you use launch data. Now, if you want to get intent-based leads for launch data, that's another thing we could talk about for another day. But for the most of you, launch or Meta and Instagram is impulse buy, right? Impulse buy. Like they're not going on Facebook to shop. They're going to Google to shop, right? So I think depending on the brand, what we're doing, if there are search terms that we can identify that people are searching, it would be good to start with Google as well, right? The whole keyword intent-based search. So I think it's all of the above, but I typically start with Facebook and Instagram, and I'm much more, and I'll say this, I'm an expert with this on Facebook and Instagram. I'm not so much an expert on YouTube or Instagram, and that's why I like our platform, kind of does it both. But there you go. Okay. Oh, Dave, if you were here since the beginning, go to that brand info, put in URL, scrape URL, let it do its thing, and just play with it for half hour, and get a $5 a day ad campaign going. Like you don't need to blow a lot of money. Just get a $5 ad day campaign going and get it going and start to look. We have to learn the skill set of buying traffic. It's one of the most profitable skill sets you can possibly do, because when you can figure out how to give Facebook $1 and it gives you that $2 back, your business has no constraints, none. It's only your ability to fulfill, right? So you just got to get started, get some momentum. So get in there, Dave, put your URL in there, hit go. There's some training videos. Oh, and I didn't even show you, you can use it for your social media scheduling and all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of, you can create UGC videos. We've kind of got into the scope creep, right? Where it's like, it was real simple, real easy. And then we got this feature and this feature and this feature and this feature and this feature. And, now 2 years later, there's all these features. And it's like, man, it does a lot. And I'm like, I kind of love it and hate it, right? Because it goes back to sequence. But the main thing is, if you don't have creative, play with the creative tools. Go to the Creative Hub. There's a link for here. I'll show you. Come up here to the Creative Hub, and you can look at the templates. Again, let's pretend you don't have anything, but you're a fashion company. You're a car detailer. You're a boxing gym. You're a transportation logistics. You do Pilates. You do manufacturing. You do chiropractic. You do personal shopping. You're in the real estate business. You're a dental office. Maybe you're running ads for dental office. Maybe you do yoga. There's templates for all this. You can just use these templates and import them in, right? And then you can create your own creative assets. You can create your ad images, AI text to image, AI meme generator, product shot generator, right? You can upload your own. You can create ad videos, UGC creator, ad videos. You can create ad copy, and you can store all this stuff in your Creative Hub, and you can do it. You can get it done, right? So if you don't have creative on your website or available to you, start here. Actually, yeah, start there, and then you come back here to brand, hit brand, and of course you got to connect. When you go to brand, you connect your platforms, connect Facebook, Instagram, Google, connect. Then go to advertise, or no, then go to brand info, then do your brand voice, and then look and see, make sure your brand products are here, and boom, and then hit generate an ad and go, make it happen. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. We've been going for, I had an hour today. I typically want to do 20 to 30 minutes. I'm hoping you guys signed up on that link. I think StreamYard has a link to where now it's going to be the same link each week. And I was sending out the YouTube link, but it was getting kind of laborious. And so I want to try to automate it. So I'm going to see if that one registration link will automatically send you reminders next week. And I'm going to set up a registration link for Tuesday and Wednesday as well. So Tuesdays is AI Tuesdays. We're doing everything AI and talking about how AI is changing our life, what we can do, how we can use it, blah, blah, blah. Wednesdays is Monopolize Your Marketplace. It's the marketing, messaging, ideal client profiles, business context document, and everything you need to understand marketing and messaging. And then Thursdays is what I call Launchpad, AI ads, and more. Okay? So it's been a great day. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, everybody. You got to do what I do. Wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude. Tell somebody you love them, and I promise you'll have a better day. Signing off, everybody.